This is my Discernment 101 segments. And I just want to make sure I disclose that. I want to have a Discernment 101 segment so that way you guys can understand there is, I don't want to say some cons, but you guys can understand the difference. So you know, okay, this is exactly what I'm feeling and this is exactly what I'm not. So you guys don't feel like, you know, how a lot of people back in Woodstock were like fucking confused when people were speaking, but they still felt like they were getting the message while they were fucked up. You know what I'm saying? This is not too much of that. It's really not. It's really more so me literally showing you what you already know. And for some reason, you're drawn to me to get this information. So that's why I want to make sure you understand when you're high. You understand these parts when you're high. Because this is like a deeper side of being high. The fact that you found me, your spirit team, your spirit feels like you're ready for this side. You're ready for the poof. Like you are more than just a smoker. Okay? You are more than just infinite. You're on a different level. And that's why I kid you not, you are probably the one who feels like nobody understands you. You have found your tribe. You have made it home, okay? We have to also talk about the blissful, the messages, all the things they want you to take in, and also all the things they want you to be aware of. Remember, this is not about getting high. This is about the relationship. How are you guys doing? I'm loving so far the positivity, even though it's a little climb with the video. I'm not supposed to worry about that. This video and these series, it's gonna find who it needs to find. But today, okay, I'm realizing today, you guys are always asking me about other stuff. And I notice on TikTok, whenever I make a smoking video or a Spirit of Mary Juana video, I should say, I made like my little makeshift, you know, kind of, I want to say, little cushion castle to record. The spirit always told me it's not supposed to be like a stressed out, rehearsed kind of video, okay? So make sure you got your smoke and let's get right into it. I know you guys saw the title like, really? Like, this is interesting. Yes, type in. Because you guys, look, this is how you know no bullshit. What's the definition of intuition? Boom. Understand or sense something immediately without needing to logically explain it. It's like a gut feeling, a quiet inner knowing. And I'm not saying you guys are slow or anything like that. Please don't take it. I just feel like we all need to know the definitions while we're going into it, while we're talking about each part. I just want this video to find who it needs to find. And eventually, if it gets to a place that it needs to get to, I keep getting the sense and I keep getting the message that we all need to get up. We need to have these conversations in person. We need to just be in our kumbaya circle with all of us who fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones that's like, oh shit, like what's in that? Like, nah, you smoke a little bit too much of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. Okay. Now that we got the definition, now let's look up the definition of anxiety, right? Okay, anxiety is the feeling of worry, fear, nervousness, usually about something that might happen, even if you're not sure it will. It can show up in your mind, racing thoughts, overthinking, what if thoughts, and your body, tight chest, fast heartbeat, shaky hands, upset stomach, feeling on edge. So remember, and a lot of you have come from TikTok. So remember, I did say to you guys under my comments, a girl said, Juana, brings on anxiety. And what I said is no. It's basically showing you what you need to work on. You need to understand the difference between your anxiety and your intuition, the definition between your anxiety about a certain situation that you're refusing to deal with, as opposed to the anxiety that you think is being caused by the plant. Just like when people drink. A lot of people drink to escape their problem. A lot of people do drugs just to escape their problems. But next thing you know, you just want more and more and more to try to numb. But it's not. It's just bringing the problem more and more to the surface. It's like when you overfeed your dog. And I only bring that up because my dog just did this. And they vomit and they throw up and they're hacking, right? And then they turn around and they eat the shit up and then they do it again. Like, it's madness, right? You're doing it. And we all know, especially women, you know, that woman's intuition, that gut feeling that, yeah, I know you fucking doing it, motherfucker. Like, I know this is happening. Like, you can't tell me any different. That's the best way that I can describe it to you guys, to where you feel one with me. And I'm not just saying that just to, you know, because we're smoking and we're, you know, hanging out. And a lot of you, or maybe this is your first time hanging out and smoking with me or whatever, but I promise you I'm really fucking cool. So, you found me, that means we are part of the same tribe. Last thing we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT and we're gonna talk about the definition of escapism. Escapism is when someone tries to avoid real life stress, emotions, or problems by mentally or emotionally escaping into something else. That something else can be movies or TV, social media, daydreaming, sleep, alcohol or weed, shopping, video games, work, fantasy worlds, books. Escapism isn't always bad. Sometimes it's a way to rest your mind, but if it becomes the main way to cope, it can keep you stuck instead of dealing with what's really going on. So now that you know the definition of escapism, do you feel like that's you when you smoke? I want you to really sit back while we're here and go ahead, like, keep smoking. I'm not judging you. Like, you cannot be too high around me, okay? So be real, like, now that you know the definition of escapism, do you feel like that's what's happening and that's why you're taking, or you're thinking about taking, the tolerance break? Because a lot of people who have been finding me too, you guys are on tolerance breaks or just started a tolerance break. I don't know why I'm drawing that team to me. I don't know. But a lot of you found me and you just started it. So maybe, or is that the reason? I would love to know. I would love to know if you feel like sharing, especially in the comments. I read all your comments one by one, even if they're ignorant. I read them. And with me talking about shadow work, we're gonna use our shadow notebooks together. And I'm gonna show it to you the next time, or in a TikTok. If you already follow me on TikTok will be up very soon. I already did this prior, but I'm gonna do it again because we're doing shadow work. We need the shadow work, because don't you see how shadow work is everywhere around you while you're doing this shit? Connecting with the spirit of Mary Juana is really showing you some sensitive sides of yourself that you need to deal with. And a lot of the times I feel like my best way of dealing with that shit is writing it down. Writing it down. And there's something about having it and being able to come back to it. I remember I was only able to do that one time when I was in the system. And I had an old book that I saved somewhere and my godmother found or whatever, but they gave it back to me. I was able to read it and read how angry I was and read how, like, literally I'm not really thinking about anything or anybody's feelings. Like, I just realized how selfish I was. Like, you realize so much about self when you can go back. And plus, you're more able to give yourself those flowers when you realize how far you have come. And look at all of that you got just from connecting with this one plant. I'm just saying, really think about those 3 definitions we did tonight. Really think about it. Do you know the difference? Can you tell the difference when you're high? Think about it.